Welcome to Rewatch and Rank. On this channel, we rewatch older TV shows, provide a summary and opinion on the episode before ranking each episode against each other. Today's episode is One Punch Man Season 3, Part 1, Episode 33, Brave Child. Episode in a nutshell is a brief reminder of what happened in the episode. So today's video is going to be much shorter than usual, as this episode was entirely dedicated to a fight between Child Emperor and a revived Phoenix Man, who each time Child Emperor defeats him, manages to revive even stronger than he was before, up until Child Emperor uses his cleverness and has the Phoenix Man rip his own suit. Once his suit is ripped, he starts to lose all of his powers, and then the Child Emperor is able to fully remove the suit, and once the suit's fully removed, he does not revive again. And this then is the entirety of the episode again. There is a brief, minute to 2 minute long section where Gale Wind and Hellfire Flame wake up without their clothing after their fight with Flashy Flash and start to run out of the underground tunnels, and they happen to run into Saitama, who basically a little bit confused about why there are perverts running around underground. But that's it. So now that we have been reminded what happened in the episode, we'll now rank the episode. Alright, so on our mostly objective rankings, we start with our multi-episode supporting character development, which is Phoenix Man revives from the dead, which is worth 2 points. Then we have the multi-episode supporting character growth, which is all of Phoenix Man's new attacks, his Phoenix Explosion Beak attack, Phoenix Flares, Phoenix Fire Falcon mode, Phoenix Prominence Hawk mode, Phoenix Homing Wing attack, Phoenix Brilliant Eagle mode, etc. There was a lot of them. Altogether, 2 points, bringing us to 4. Then an additional 2 points, bringing us up to 6 for our resolved battle, which is the Child Emperor versus Phoenix Man, round 2. Then we have 3 points for our multi-season supporting character growth, which is our Child Emperor, and he once again is revealing a lot more knowledge, like little tech toys and tools, including the Brave Giant, which he uses for most of this episode, which is basically a giant Gundam machine that he is fighting with, which is impressive. Bringing us all the way up to 9. However, there was one negative that I wanted to point out, which is minus 2 points, and that is Wagema, who has been rescued. After Child Emperor defeats Phoenix Man, he says, "Oh yeah, I forgot to ask, were you the only one being held hostage here?" And despite flashing back to when Tario was also in the cell with him and being dragged away, Wagema makes the choice to lie and say that no one else was held hostage, and so then the Child Emperor prioritizes taking him out, which is just really crappy behavior on Wagema's part, so that is definitely worth the 2 points. And that leaves us then with 7 points for this episode out of 10. So that brings the season rankings so far on our mostly objective ranking to, in first, the strategy meeting, Ninja Tail, Organism Limits, Monster King, Monster Traits, Counter Strike. This episode, Brave Child is in 7th place, and then we have Counterattack Signal, followed by Motley Heroes. So, as to my personal ranking for this episode, when I watch anime like this, I do really enjoy the battle scenes. So I did find the battle fun. I like that we got such a huge variety of different attacks and effects, and even costume changes, as every time he evolved, the Phoenix Man's costume did evolve with him and change and update, which was really fun. There was the whole Gundam, which was also pretty cool. And again, all of those attacks. We had the one bit of comedy with Saitama, which we finally got a little cameo of. Once again, I'm going to say it every time, but I just think that if your name, if you have a title character and the whole anime is based on this title character, One Punch Man, we should at least see a cameo every episode, if not get at least half the episode focused on that character and then everybody else be side quests. I don't like that this series has kind of veered away from its main character into all these other characters. And like I said, with the first season, there was like a formula. You had Genos, the disciple, who would go in, face the big bads, get decimated, and then Saitama come along afterwards and kind of one punch kill them. But you'd also see like Saitama's journey to where Genos is fighting, or even Saitama watching Genos fight, or Saitama having like smaller battles while Genos is fighting the big bad before he then arrives. So you did get a lot of balance on that, and then there was a lot of like the slice of life comedy interspersed with Genos and Saitama's master disciple life together, which was great. And I know the plot's getting bigger. We've got like this whole association of monsters, the Hero Association going in after them. And I don't mind that we're sharing screen time with the Hero Association fighting the Monster Association. I just wish that there was more of Saitama kind of maybe fighting minor monsters as he kind of wanders through the tunnels, and maybe that takes up at least 5 to 10 minutes in the episode, like half of the episode to like a quarter of the episode, so that we can really get our main character back. In the first few episodes of season 3, we kind of did get that with the whole Hot Pot saga, which was really fun and funny and entertaining in like more of a lighter way. But like now that we're with this, I wish we had more of the title character. The character who the entire manga is named after on the screen a little bit more often, other than just like little cutscene or one shot mini cameos. Like I want more focus on that. But again, this was a really fun fight. It was really epic. There were so many different techniques, different tools and tech. It had a Gundam in it. Like, it was a supremely epic fight, and I was very entertained and engaged by that fight, especially when you consider the fact that Child Emperor is a child who has made and invented all of these things. Like, that is super impressive, just from like a suspension of disbelief sort of taking myself out of the anime. Like, amazing. Imagine if there was actually kids that could do things like that. Unbelievable. I did enjoy the episode a lot. But again, I am just stuck on that whole, we have the title One Punch Man. We grew attached in season 1. Even season 2 had at least him at the martial arts tournament, so he was there sometimes. And I'm just, for all the optimism I started with, I am getting a little disappointed that we still don't have a lot of our title character on the screen more often. But that's a minor thing. Overall, really great episode, really great fight. And I put Brave Child at an 8 out of 10, bringing our season ranking so far in the personal ranking to in first, Ninja Tail, Brave Child in second, Monster Traits, Counter-Strike, Monster King, Organism Limits, The Strategy Meeting, Counterattack, Signal, and then in ninth place we have the Motley Heroes. Then for our series ranking so far, we have season 1 under our mostly objective in first place at 88.33%, season 2 second 74.17%. The OVAs for season 1 and 2 are at 33.08%, and then season 3 part 1 is currently at 67 out of a possible 120. On our personal ranking side, we had season 1 at 76.67%, Season 2 at 65.83%, OVAs for Season 1 and 2 at 40.77%, and then Season 3 Part 1 so far has a score of 57 out of a possible 120. And with that, we've now rewatched and ranked One Punch Man Season 3 Part 1, Episode 33, Brave Child. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you in the next episode.